is live. This is Sports Extravaganza. My name is Tony Kwalanda. It's a pleasure to have you on this beautiful Saturday. It is the 27th of April 2024. Remember, this is live. We always have this show every Saturday, 4 to 7 p.m. and we bring you the who is who and who matters in the world of sports in Kenya, in East Africa, in Africa, and across the globe. Of course, join me in the next few hours to, of course, give you the very latest from all corners of the sports globe. Remember, this show, you can always stream it live on Twitter, or if you like, on X at TV47 News. We are also live on our website. That is, of course, tv47.digital. We are live there. And also, you can find us on YouTube. That is TV47. Remember also, our socials are open on Instagram, on TikTok. My X is at Kwalanda. That's the place to be. Now, of course, just before I give you the question of the day, and remember the question of the day, we want you to go on our WhatsApp and send us a short clip. This particular day, we are joined by the champions of the Safaricom Chapadimba Season 4. And that's, of course, we have this beautiful trophy worth millions of shillings. Of course, I have the team itself from Kisumu County, representing my very good friend, Professor Anyang' Nyong'o, on this particular day. That is Obunga Football Club. Congratulations. I have the patron himself, Victor Owiti. Karibu sana, Victor. Najua mulipanda ndege, hamukupanda bus. You just landed and came straight to the studios. We landed. Karibu sana, Victor. It is really good to have you. We actually appreciate the time that you made for us. And also we have the team coach, head coach mwenyewe, the mix me down operator on the pitch. Kwa mambo ya behind the scenes kule changing room. And to Evans Okech, karibu sana. Ulipiga shughuli mazizo timu zote kutoa Pascal Langa, sijui kapiga nani. Well done. Karibu sana TV47.
Asante.
Na of course najua pia rafiki yangu alikauleni kwenye Radio 47 amesema mwende muongee naye matime zingine. Nyinyi ni wanoma. Karibu sana Evans Okech. Also we have Collins Omondi. Omondi, karibu sana. Hii ni town, hapa tunapiga shughuli, tumekuja kupiga talent yenu. Of course miguu zako, brain yako, akili yako, strategy yako ndio imekufikisha hapa hivi. Karibu sana Collins.
Asante sana.
And also we have Armstrong Omondi. Omondi, karibu sana. Acha nikusongee hivi. Wewe ni cool kid. Wewe ni cool, calm and collected. Armstrong Omondi. They're here to share their beautiful story. Remember, of course, the Chapadimba goes through all the 8 regions in the country. And you can imagine they have Obunga. These are, I don't know the equivalent of what. Just the way Bayer Leverkusen have already won the German Bundesliga. Just the way Inter Milan has already also won the Scudetto. Just the way Gor Mahia are going to win the Kenyan Premier League. That's the equivalent of Obunga in the Safaricom Chapadimba. They're here to share their story. But first, we have the question of the day. This is the easiest question, and in fact, I'll give you clues. So I'm asking you, yes, the grand finale of the Europe Day, Kenya Football Tournament, where will it be held? Which stadium will host the grand finale of the Europe Day Kenya Football Tournament? Is it Nyayo? Is it Kasarani Stadium? Is it Ulinzi Sports Complex? This particular day, please send a short video, 20 seconds, 30 seconds clip of a video giving me an answer. But you know, you need to start with the name of the show, Sports Extravaganza. Give us your name and also where you're watching this particular show from. Give me the answer and tell me why I should give you airtime. Leo niko na airtime. Ona, airtime. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now isn't the display. I have more where this came from. I want you to answer. 10 of you are winning airtime on this show for answering this very simple question. Is it Kasarani? Is it Nyayo? Is it Ulinzi Sports Complex? Where? When you're recording yourself, go at punguza sauti ya volume yako ya TV, ama go at a very quiet place, send that 20-second video clip, send it on WhatsApp. Numbers iko pale chini. My director today, of course, is Inonda himself. Producer ni rafiki yangu Valerie Moses. And of course the entire squad hapa hivi wamejificha nyuma ya kamera. So tuma as many times as you can, send on WhatsApp. You can even call us live. Hii show ni yako. Cheza kama wewe. Niko na airtime ya Safaricom mingi sana. Each of you will go away with 400 Kenya shillings worth of airtime. Each of you, 10 people. Uliosikia wapi kwa show gani wanapatiana airtime free? That's how we do it. So send in as many times as you can for a chance to win this particular airtime. Now let's just get into the gravity of the situation of Obunga FC winning the Safaricom Chapadimba Season 4. Very difficult. Of course, I will start with the patron himself. The patron, yeye ndio aliweka vijana kwa ndege. And of course, the youngsters will tell us, yani hii safari, have they ever made it? But of course, football gives you so many opportunities. And the young, of course, Omondis, the double Omondis here are definitely now reaping the benefits of their hard work on the pitch. Patron, Victor Witi, karibu sana again. It was not easy. In fact, we have pictures. We have those pictures of you on the pitch celebrations. There were thousands. That stadium, I talked to Professor Nyang Nyongo, 25,000 plus fans were at the Mamboleo Jomo Kenyatta International Stadium. That must have been, you had the 12th man on the pitch. Yes. To me the feeling. How was it for you guys?
It was amazing.
Yeah.
It was amazing. Actually, we are so grateful. Our gratitude to God, we are very grateful to the 12th man.
Yes.
I think it may have also informed why Safaricom decided to bring the finals.
Oh, you just take this microphone from Omondi.
Sorry.
Yeah, no, not a problem.
Yes, I think the 12th man may have informed why Safaricom decided to, bring the finals to Kisumu, because they may have seen how the 12th man behaved during the Nyanza region.
Yes.
And the fans have stood by us, yes, all the way from the county level. Yes. They stood with us and joined us in Homa Bay, which is a number of kilometers from Kisumu. Yes. So it was an amazing feeling. I actually kept joining them even after the finals.
Yes.
I had to dance with them in the pitch. So yeah, we can never thank our fans enough times. Walicheza kama wao.
Walicheza kama wao.
Yes.
Na walikuja kwa stadium. Hizo picha zitakuja baadaye. Of course, let me bring in coach. Coach Maze, it was not easy to reach the finals. And I know you are having Saile mlifunga bao ya kwanza alafu waka equalize pass Klanga. Najua butterflies ziliingia kwa tumbo. Tumbo ilichemuka kama uji moto kwa sufuria. No. How has it been for you, coach? I mean, handling these youngsters. I know it's challenging and tasking to deal with the teenagers, especially boys.
For the first time,
I've
been here. For the first time, nimekuwa kwa TV, kwa TV 47.
Yes.
This was the first time. But Mr. Patron may allow me to correct Tony that Obunga is not calling Obunga, but it's the mighty Obunga FC.
We are the
mighty. So don't just say Obunga FC, we are the mighty. So kwa wachezaji teenagers, it's very difficult. Yes. Na inabidi kama coach lazima behave kama wao, yes, because wanapitia vitu mingi. Yes. So kama hujabehave kama wewe ni dictator kwao, you can't get performance. But nilingia kwao kama my brothers ili tupate kitu tumepata leo hii.
And of course Collins, wacha nikulete witu tutamsaidia hiyo microphone. Collins, hii feeling ya penalties, angalia tu stadium hii time baada ya kushinda, what was in your mind after during those give us your experience, what was going in your mind? Unafikiria nini? Ulikuwa na tumbo joto mkichukua mapena nini, ama mlikuwa mmejua tu tuko home ground lazima hii tubebe? The mighty Obunga.
Kwanza kwa majina naitwa Collins Omondi.
Karibu.
Sasa nataka kuchukua hii fursa kukushukuru kwanza.
Karibu.
Kwa kunipea hii fursa kwa kuongea leo mbele ya TV.
Karibu.
So definitely naweza sema ati vile tulikuwa tunaenda kuchukua penalty. Yes. Kwanza mimi ndo nilienda kuchukua penalty wa kwanza. Lakini vile kocha alishatubongesha. Alafu pia tulikuwa na training za penalty before. So akatuambia tu stay calm, ukienda kuchukua penalty usikuwe na pressure. So mimi ndo nikaenda nikachukua ya kwanza, nikafunga, nikapea team motivation.
Nice. Of course, Armstrong cheki. Hebu jione hapo. Nani alikubeba huko juu? Nani kwa nini alikubeba na ulimkubali aje akubebe ama hata huna choice ya kubebwa? Endelea.
So after pena mi sikupiga pena by the way.
Yes.
Ilikuwa nipigia 7 tungefika huko.
Yaani mpaka mlikuwa mmepanga. Coach wewe ni mjanja, okay. Yes,
So tukienda pena tuliambiwa na coach decide, pick a spot, put it hard and low.
Alafu sasa patron, I'm looking at these numbers, OVT Victor. I'm looking at these numbers. This I don't think any local league, even our own very league, has ever witnessed this kind of numbers. These numbers, I only saw them last week or this other past weekend when Gor Mahia were playing against AFC Leopards. Inamaanisha the mighty Obunga, you are mighty also in terms of mobilizing.
I think first of all wase wanapenda ball generally Kenya, but ukienda Western and especially sasa Kisumu County and especially now the ghettos Obunga, Manyata, Nyalenda, watu wanapenda ball sana. But because we had realized that we had an additional advantage with the funds right from the counties, tuliamua sasa we will maximize on the support ya mafans. So kidogo tulikuwa tunawaambia kuna uji ya mafans. So part of our plans lazima tulikuwa tuna take care of uji ya mafans, na tulikuwa tuna ensure pia kuna transportation from Obunga Junction all the way to Mamboleo, kuhakikisha hakuna mwenye anabaki kwa community.
Yes.
Game ikiendelea. However, kuna wenye pia wali miss cause hizo buses zingetosha. Kuna wenye walitembea all the way from Obunga Junction to Mamboleo, which used to happen to kitambo wakati wa showground Omega ikicheza.
Yes.
But because of the love of football, and I think with the proper mobilization even in our Premier League matches, mafans watajitokeza.
Ukweli.
Wanataka tu kufeel they are being considered na wapewe game poa. So hao boys waliwapea game poa, regionals wakawapea game poa, game ya kwanza against Laisa na Bandari. Alafu sasa mafans waliamua finali sasa lazima hii kitu ibaki home.
Ukweli.
Yes.
The mighty Obunga hapa.
The mighty Obunga, yes.
The mighty Obunga themselves. We also have, my director Inonda also has images of Obunga trophy celebrations. When of course Obunga were the mighty Obunga. Wacha nizoee coach. Wacha nizoee the mighty. Nyinyi ndio hao. Coach, hii style uliwafunza wapi? Coach.
Hiyo ni wao, si mimi.
Yes.
Hiyo ni kwa sababu nilisema kwa vijana, kwa teenagers lazima uingie na rhythm yao. Hizo ni ngoma zao, hata sijui zingine ngoma mimi pia lazima niende hivyo nataka. Ili hiyo morali ingie.
Kweli. Of course hii mkireceive trophy, najua what was going on in your mind. Nini kwenda kwa mind yako mazi? Vijana ndio wamepewa, ndio hapo FKF hapo hivyo wamerepresentiwa, mnapewa 1 million yenu hivyo pamoja na zawadi zingine, mobile phone, sijui manini.
Kitu nilikuwa na ring kwa mind yangu by this time, nilikuwa nashukuru God because tumetoka far kama ghetto, because this is the first year in Chapadimba and tumechukua nationals, so I was very happy man.
Hey Collins, wacha nikulete hapa ndani. Hapa hata ulikuwa umeshapiga shower. I was at Mamboleo, najua shower hata hamkupiga. Ile harufu tu ya jasho ya penalties mlikuwa nayo bado. Nini ilikuwa inaendelea kwa mind yako kama mnajihisi vipi mazee? I mean, lifting this trophy in front of all those leaders, all those Safaricom people and an entire, hapa mlikuwa streamed live both online. Pia sisi Radio 47 walikuwa wanapeperusha hii matangazo. TV 47 tulikuwa tunapeperusha nini yenu. So mlikuwa global.
Manze, mimi naweza sema tu kwanza nataka kusema tu tuli achievement yenyewe tulikuwa tunataka ilijipa juu all along, hata vile tulikuwa tuna train, coach alikuwa anatuambia ati hii kitu inabaki home. Juu tulikuwa na home advantage vile ilifaa iende Mombasa but ikaletwa tena Kisumu. So tukasema na with the fan support hatuwezi waangusha.
Yes.
So itabidi tu sisi kama players tujitume ibaki mtaa na God willing ikabaki mtaa.
Hey, well done. Armstrong, story yako. Armstrong, tuambie story yako. Wewe ulianza ball wapi? Lini? Where? Ulisportiwaje na coach? Ulijiungaje na the mighty Obunga? Armstrong, ulianza safari yako ilikuwa wapi? Juu kuna kijana mahali sahi anasema, "Ai mazee, I wish ningekuwa kama ama vijana. Mazee cheki wamecheza wameshinda." Tuambie hiyo jani yako ndo msaize kurelate na wewe ajue, kumbe naweza fika penye Armstrong amefika.
So mimi jani yangu ya football ilianza hapo Bunga, hapo slum tu. Nilikuwa nacheza ball hapo Bunga complex, hapo nje tu nikiwatch wakubwa wangu wakicheza hapo ndani ya ground. Nikiimagine tu kuna siku mimi pia nitakuwa hapo ndani. Tukicheza tu hapo nje mimi na boys wangu. coach siku moja akatuona akaona naweza make team ingine ngori. Ndio tulikuwa 7 years hapo. Sasa hapo ndio tulichukuliwa na coach tukaanza kutrain pamoja, tukagel na tukatengeneza team. Sasa tuko pamoja na watu tulianza nao. Bado tuna dream too big.
Umefika mbele. Coach Okech, tuambie tu a short history about Obunga. The mighty Obunga. A short history about it. Ilianza wapi? Ilianza kwa nini? Iko eneo gani? Because watu unajua wanasikia tu the mighty Obunga, but wanafikiria the mighty Obunga pengine ni shule, ama wanafikiria pengine ni organization, ama ni charity organization. Tupatie exactly who is Obunga? What is Obunga? Najua pia patron atachangia hapo juu, najua ndio kusema, but Obunga nini hii wewe kama coach?
Kama coach
na najua patron ataongezea.
First of all I was former player. Obunga FC, the mighty Obunga FC. I was former player. I was playing the right back. Nikacheza hadi some level of football in Kenya, like in division 1 side, then nikarudi Obunga, develop passion ya kuwa coach. But the very good thing at the time nilikuwa develop kuwa coach, our ndio the real picture nilikuwa now by then under 10. So Obunga ni team inatoka ghetto pale Kisumu. Yes, ni Islam. Unajua vile Islam inakaa. So tunajaribu as a team, tuko na motto yetu which is sport and education for behavior change. Hiyo ndio drive kwa kila kitu tunafanya. So hiyo ndio team, hiyo ndio ninaongea juu ya Obunga FC.
Ukweli.
So hizo zingine patron knows more than me.
Exactly. Ndio acha ni bring in patron Victor Witi. Obunga, of course, tupatie ile history kabisa. Obunga ilianzishwa aje? Na kwa nini ilianzishwa? Maudhui gani? And of course, are you achieving those objectives that you wanted to start for Mighty Obunga?
Yeah, thank you. So historically tunaambiwa Obunga FC ilianza 1980-81 na wazazi wetu ambao pia ndio walikuwa hapo ghetto before. Unaelewa changamoto za ghetto, lots of it, crime, violence, lot of drug abuse and related illicit behavior. So mimi nikiwa form 1, by the way, education at the time was very rare, watu wanaenda chuo. So mimi nikienda form 1, I was lucky. I think I was one of the very few at the time wenye walienda boarding school. So at least that was some exposure. So nikirudi nilikuwa na best yangu sana, the current team manager John Omondi Okello already was taking some sporting activities na the young ones wa hiyo time, this around 2000, 2001, 2002. So tuka decide many cause Obunga every month or a few months kulikuwa na kijana ameangushwa, either ameangushwa na mawe ama risasi mahali because of the hard life. So tukasema we can save some lives, so we want to use the easiest way ni kutumia talent, wenye wanaweza imba, wenye wanaweza cheza ball tuwalete. Then kuna penye tunacheza sasa Obunga Sports Complex, it's formerly a cemetery, ilikuwa ni cemetery but ilitolewa hapo juu cemetery haingekuwa ndani ya residence. So Kenya Breweries ilitoa hiyo ikuwe cemetery but ikaachwa juu cemetery ilikuwa moved. So tukasema tutumie hiyo pitch, hizo ma cemeteries ikaondolewa ikakuwa ni pitch ya ball playable. So tukaanza na watoi wadogo. First of all, sisi ndio tulikuwa tunacheza kwa generation, tunacheza ball. Mimi nikacheza Obunga FC under 18, tuliwintaji pia hiyo time.
Nice.
Ilikuwa ni Kisumu Youth Football Association League.
Congratulations.
So later on tukadecide sasa we take John anachukua watoto wengine, mimi nachukua wengine. Naishi nao kwa nyumba ya madhangu, yeye pia naishi na wengine kwao. So that at least they can get food, but we can also force them to do something productive. Yes, our second or third cohort ni Coach Uche. Alikuwa mdogo hiyo time. Mimi pia nilikuwa student, but because I had something from my pocket money, kidogo yenye naweza nunua chapo ya kukula kabla game. So that's how we kept on and on. We have been churning players. Sai tuko na a few in the Premier League. Steve Otieno yuko Nzoia. Salim Odeka yuko Kakamega Homeboys. We have a few again in the NSL. So with that we said we saw fruits zinatokea. Na kwa sababu fruits zilikuwa zinatokea, we got more motivated because it didn't require so much, but it required so much in terms of attention. So mimi nikikuja kampo Nairobi, John amebaki ana manage everything. Mimi namtumia kitu kidogo, hii ni ya lunch ya game ya leo. So hivyo ndio tumekuja and then now when Chapadimba finally came in, we had registered. So we are a registered group, Obunga Youth Soccer Association, CBO, OAISA CBO. Hivyo ndio tunapatikana kwa FB pia. So on the basis of the OAISA tuko na structure wenye hawajaweza kukuja hapa. So team manager John Omondi Okello, treasurer John Paul Ochieng, secretary general Daniel Ochieng, aka Dimbule. Wao ndio wanafanya administrative work cause wao ndio wako kwa grao. And then mimi sasa na facilitate financially once in a while. So with the help of friends and tukishinda vitu kama Chapadimba unapata tumepata support ya politicians. So our area MCA Samonyango, area member of parliament Dr. Oron and county governor Anyang' Nyong'o have stood with us, especially with the regional win and the national win. And of course Safaricom has come in a big way. So tunashukuru sana, and that's why we are hoping with what we have now achieved now, this is now for us a stepping stone into bigger things. Tuendelee kukuza talanta, but we say it is not only football, it is not only sports. We say in our motto, sports and education for behavior change. So kwa sahi tumebadilisha tabia mingi sana. Ubunga sahi si ile Ubunga mlikuwa mnasikia kwa internet. Yes.
Wow. Team patron Victor Witty. You've given us you've answered so many questions. You've answered like 16 questions in one. But of course nilikuwa nimesema hapa na wapatia leo 45 minutes mujibambe. But of course tuko na after we'll go for a very short break in the next maybe 2 or 3 minutes. I know director ataniambia hivyo, so that you've shared that you know there is NSL players you've put there. There are players in the Premier League that are already playing as well that have come from Obunga. Hizo vitu si patron, hizo vitu si ya kupitia tu haraka haraka. Hizo ni story lazima utatupatia vizuri. And of course wale supporters as well, wale umemention. Pia unajua hiyo swali nitakuja tu tena kando tu utuambie hao supporters ni kina nani, waliingilia wapi, because it feels very nice mtu akisema kwamba akikama out sikia jina yake alisema alisaidia timu fulani the Mighty Obunga, they feel nice and they'll be motivated to give you more. Itasukuma msave vitu kama hizo. And of course support ya Safaricom pia mtasema Armstrong na Collins is very important. Tutauliza pia about mnataka kuwa nini in future, mongea nini na Pato na coach na TM, mwambiwa nini, mtakuwa nini, mnataka kufanya nini biashara wise, education umefikisha wapi. Hizo vitu ni important sana. Of course if you're joining us, this is Sports Extravaganza. We are live here at Cape Media. This is the home of Radio 47 and TV 47. In fact, hawa Mighty Obunga wakitoka hapa at around 5 p.m. wataenda kukaa Ali Kauleni pale Radio 47 na Fred Arocho na ndugu yangu Lucky Eriano wapige mawili kwenye radio. So you can imagine the benefit they are getting fully leo. Mighty Obunga, we respect you, no maana tumesema mkuje mkae na sisi tuweze kuongea. So we have a question of the day. Naambiwa kwamba leo tunapiga marathon mpaka 5 p.m. We have a question of the day. If you're joining us, it's a very simple question of the day and I have airtime. Each of you should win 400 Kenya shillings. Niko na mingi. So 10 of you are winning 400 Kenya shillings each of airtime. Niko na mingi penye hizi zimetoka courtesy of Safaricom and of course courtesy of the Europe Day Kenya Football Tournament. I'm asking you this question. Where will the grand finals of the Europe Day Kenya Football Tournament be held? Which stadium? Nyayo, Kasarani, Mamboleo Stadium, ama Ulinzi Sports Complex? Please go, of course, on WhatsApp, record a short video of yourself, 20 seconds, 30 seconds. Start with the name Sports Extravaganza. And then, of course, give us your name, where you're watching this particular show from, an answer. And also tell me why you need airtime of 400 Kenya shillings. And I'll be giving it to you, leo live, hapa kwa Sports Extravaganza. Huyu ni Tony Kwalanda. Niko, of course, na patron wa The Mighty Obunga, Victor Witty. Niko na coach wa The Mighty Obunga, Evans Okech. Niko na, watatuambia position ya nachezanga. Collins Omondi, player of Mighty Obunga, and of course Armstrong Omondi pia ako hapa ni player of the Mighty Obunga. They are Safaricom Chapadimba season 4 champions. Yani wamekumuta timu kutoka Coast, wamepiga timu kutoka Eastern, wamepiga timu kutoka North Eastern, wamepiga timu kutoka Central, wamepiga timu kutoka Western penye natoka, wamepiga timu kutoka sijui wapi. Wamekuja hapa today. Of course they're here to speak about their journey, because it's very important when you give them such a platform, wanasikia vizuri, and this, of course, they feel motivated to go on. Now wacha sasa tuende huko, nimeambia tunapiga leo marathon straight. Let me bring in Collins. Collins, shukrani yako kwa kwa Safaricom kupatia opportunity kama hii. Unajua si kampuni mingi zinapenda kutoa do za ball, na hata kama mtu anatoa do za ball anatoanga tu do alafu ni tournament tu final, unaangaza tournament wa mtaani, wanachukua tu timu ya sijui hapo chini na hii alafu anaweka inaisha. But tunaona Safaricom imeanza region, imekupata exposure. Wewe sasa umecheza na matimu kutoka so many places. Next you never know, inafaa tuambie kama unaenda Spain ama ulichaguliwa. Tupatie talk to Safaricom, washukuru hii platform wanakupatia, na pia tuambie unachezanga position gani na kwa nini unacheza hiyo position, na kwa nini wewe mbona si attacking midfielder, mbona wewe si kama Maguire. Tupate hiyo story yote.
So kwanza nataka kuanza nacheza wing back.
Yes.
So nacheza hiyo position juu mi ni msee wa long ball, so unapata mi ni msee wa long ball na niko na speed pia, so unapata naweza leta cross. Alafu nataka kushukuru Safaricom kwa hii tona yenye walileta juu imetupea platform ingine poa. Juu unapata walitushow ati kuanzia regionals the selected best players watakuwa wanaenda Spain. So ni platform ingine poa juu ukiona huku nyuma hakuna tournament yenye nishaona ikipeleka watu majuu isipokuwa tu Talanta hela. So nataka kushukuru Safaricom kwa hii tona, na tena waongeze tena, wasilegeze kamba. Tena tunaomba tu tena next wailete tu tena.
Of course unajua Safaricom niliongea na CEO na pia nikaongea na FKF chairman president rather Nick Mwendo, na wakasema kwamba hii tournament iko for the next 10 years. Hiyo iko 10 years iko guaranteed. So na in the next 10 years tutakuwa pia tumehost AFCON. Armstrong, nataka nikulete hapa. Armstrong, tuambie position gani unacheza na ulianza kucheza aje, ama ulichaguliwa aje hiyo position, na kwa nini ulipenda hiyo position, na ni player gani unapenda ku emulate ama kuni role model wako hapa Kenya, nje, whichever. Tupate hiyo.
So mimi kama Armstrong initially nilikuwa nacheza number 9. Nikakonvertiwa na coach nikakuja number 10. Since aliniambia naona napenda kucarry ball sana, sasa nikakuwa number 10. Hapa Kenya player na look up to ni Austin Odhiambo, attacking midfielder wa Gor. Na tukienda Europe napenda sana kuna Jamal Musiala huwa Bayern. Kabisa. Utatuambia mambo kadhaa kwa nini unapenda wachezaji Armstrong. But coach Evans Okech, Safaricom imekupatia opportunity mali ya kujiexpress, imekumarket. Yani I can imagine kina Nick Hama liko huko, ni makocha fufusos, unajua umeinteract na wao, ama ni wamekumotivate ama wamekuguide vitu kama hiyo. Ingawa ni watu wamekaa hapo sana. CEO wa FKF alikuwa pale, Barry Otieno. President mwenyewe alikuwa Doris Petro wa FKF alikuwa pale. Niliona some international scouts, ama kuna watu ambao wanafanya huko Spain walikuwa kule. Hii ilikupatia motivation kama coach kwa hii tournament going forward, sababu wachezaji ndio wanaenda Spain.
Yes.
Na wakienda Spain, hiyo marupurupu ama hiyo blessings inakuja kwako na the entire Ubunga CBO.
Yes. Hiyo ni kwanza, nitasema kwanza patience pays kwa football. Tena nashukuru kwa wale wasome. Tena nikihama nilikuwa na yeye chini. But Tony, I've been in football. Hapo Bunga I've been in football. Bunga nimeanza kucoach Bunga now like 7 years down the line. So kwanza nilianza kucoach Bunga, ndio nikaenda All Stars kama trainer. Hapo kwa All Stars nilikaa All Stars kidogo under for the late ndio mimi nilikuwa trainer hapo, nikakuwa under coach Francis Oduor, nikakuwa under coach Salim Babu, instructor Jojo Ndula. Tena nikatoka nikarudi Ubunga tena kidogo. Tena nikatoka nikaenda Del Monte FC Kiambu. So mimi nitashukuru kwanza, number 1 nitashukuru team manager. Ameshakana hii team for so long, vile Patton alisema. Safaricom kuna interview nilienda nikawaambia tournament ni poa, but the challenge ni moja. Can they take one league and sponsor one league? Tournament ni poa. But can they partner with federation and sponsor even NSL and sponsor even county leagues? It will help these side teams like Ubunga FC. For easy talents zitoke. But tunashukuru kwa tournament imetoa people first of all ujui at huyu ndio MVP. Most valuable player ni Armstrong Omondi.
Ametulia tu hata boss.
So tuko na best keeper in the tournament.
Yes.
So with Safaricom utapata umepatia opportunity my young talents opportunity kuji-express. Yes. Coach like me ni mdogo and niko chidi tu hapo, but kama sijakwambia nilikuwa all stars ungejua. So kwa wachezaji wadogo I feel kukienda England utapata under 17 playing for national team. It's a vice versa in our country. This encourage, hii tournament encourage national teams kama ile under 18 players walikuwa under 18 like Armstrong was in the call up. Nimuone Gor Mahia akicheza, nimuone FC akicheza. Inafanyika tu the only one team I think is Kariobangi Sharks. When naona Stanley anacheza, the current captain of Kanda 20. So na believe one day one time nitaona Collins Omondi or Armstrong ni captain wa Gor Mahia, not youth, Gor Mahia FC ama even Tusker. I'll be a happy man. Akitoka Spain assign Gor Mahia. I'll be a happy man sitting somewhere. Naona kwa TV pale, naona ule ni Armstrong, ule ni wangu. Thank you about that.
Hey, ni kweli coach hapo amesema point ya maana. Nanuka ni conversion hata niliongea na hiyo yenye nasema kwamba wachezaji to believe kama venye amesema hapa, na nini amesema anapenda Jamal. Armstrong umesema Jamal Musiala ni msee una look up to, na ni wao ni my youngster walikama wakiwa 16 17 na sai cheki venye anabumburusha hiyo international Europe football kule. Patron, tukiendelea tu hapo, ongea juu ama supporters wako, the people who have been behind the mighty Obunga as an organization and also as a football club, sababu mmekuwa na struggles venye umesema initially how you started it, but now that these individuals ama kampuni, nani hao wametembea na mighty Obunga, wametembea mpaka saa hii?
I mentioned the political class, but first of all, again, I'll go back to the 12th man, my fans.
Yes.
Because hao watu wamekuwa wakisacrifice time yao, wanatufuata. Hata leo team iko na game, tunacheza against Kawino at Obunga Sports Complex, County League, Zone B, Kisumu County. My fans watakuwa wamejaza hapo. So unajua kuna kuanga na hiyo fear yenye mafans wana instill kwa opponents. Not in a rowdy way, but the fact that wamekuja in numbers, unaona opponent kiasi atalegeza. So the non-material support ya mafans usually inakuanga imepotea mahali hapo. But nikienda kwa the material support towards our regional Chapadimba finals and towards our national champions Chapadimba, county government of Kisumu came up in a big way. Yes. Walitupatia nafasi ya kutrain Moi Stadium where tulicheza the finals are regional. So wachezaji wetu already walikuwa used to the turf Moi Stadium kabla regionals zichezwe finals. So sisi tulikuwa step ahead. Tena more than half of a month kabla national finals, pia tena county government ikatupatia nafasi ya kutrain Kenyatta Stadium uko Mamboleo, so that our players were used to the actual playing pitch yenye ilitumika. So that's again an advantage which may not be seen by all, but it came up in a huge way. Tulipata pia financial support from the county government. Walitununulia viatu, and they also gave us stipends. When the county government came kuona players, walitupatia stipends. The member of parliament Kisumu, Dr. Oron, came in a big way. Vijana wengi wao hawakuwa wamepiga swimo during nationals. Yes. Waliambiwa after your semi-final match, ilikuwa ni after semi-finals, waliambiwa muende pale mpige swimo, wenye wanataka chai wapige chai kwa hoteli ya MP. So that came in because unajua ball ni motivation pia. So hiyo ili motivate wachezaji vizuri sana. Before that, ye mwenyewe alikuja ground during regionals. So we say thank you in a big way to Kisumu Central Member of Parliament office, headed by Dr. Oron. Finally, on the political class, our MCA Sami Onyango has been working with us. Ye na watu wake wa ofisi. Hata kama hajatoa kitu kubwa, but ye pia alitupatia financial support, but he was also there physically saying this is our own. Like the politicians stood with us and told us you are our own. Sisi pamoja na Nyakach Girls Plateau Queens. And it came through in a very big way. I would like to mention Shofco. Yes, Shofco came in a big way. Shofco walitupatia material pia, boots, training kits, cons towards the national Chapadimba finals. Regionals pale walituletea maziwa na bread, na walitupatia transport. Unajua mainly mimi nime run Obunga FC pamoja na John financially. It's very draining. Na draining because of food and transport mainly. So Shofco walitupatia transport, si tu kubeba wachezaji, but pia kubeba mafans, so that we had the advantage, the 12th man advantage. Finally, the county commander police. Unajua tuliingia kama kings. Tulikuwa na siren pale mbele. Na Land Cruiser ilikuwa hapo mbele, na tunafuata na basi ya Shofco. My friend, hiyo kuingia tu ilikuwa imepatia opponents, you know, some fear that wenye wameingia ni serikali. Unajua. So we cannot thank these people enough times, but going forward, I pray that it doesn't end there, that wenye how organizations na wadhamini waendelee kusimama na sisi, kwa sababu bado tuko tu pale ghetto, and the number of talents that come up are more than wale wenye we are able to mold into this. So tunahitaji support, maybe from media offices pia, kama nyinyi. Tunashukuru kwa hii platform, because it's very rare that anybody from Obunga, maybe mimi kama wakili mimi kwa TV, but hawa watu wangu kwa TV unasikia kidogo inakuwa changamoto. So we thank you very much. And we hope other than kukuja hapa pia nyinyi pia mtatu visit pale mtaani, mkule mbuta na muone hizo zigizaga zenye inaitwa zigizaga. Ndio changamoto. Ndio sasa you draw it from the source, muone mafans wanatoka wapi, au vijana wanaishi kwa nyumba ina gani, and how much they were able to overcome kuleta hii trophy. Yes, shukran.
Thank you so much. But the fact you've actually brought it very well. Umeleta vizuri kabisa ile changamoto. Of course, well done to those the individuals, and come kidogo tu inaomba 1-2 hapa DJ in the mix MC Tony Kola. Nataka kusikia wenye wanasikia akishika hii microphone. But of course well done to you as an organization, kampuni, MCAs, police, watu wote, fans. Well done for standing with this team. Armstrong, wacha nikulete hapa ndani Armstrong. Unajua coach amepita hapo mbia ati huyu ndio MVP coach. Inafaa unasema Tony, the mighty Obunga have an MVP, most valuable player. Armstrong Omondi. Armstrong unaenda Spain bwana. Umejifunza Kizungu? Ama umeanza kuongea Kispanyola? But congratulations on that, Armstrong. That's a huge feat. Na najua Safaricom will be sponsoring all those MVPs to kwenda kufanya college kwa hizi TVETs. Hiyo ndo nimeambiwa, na pia mnapelekwa training Spain. Unajua uko na vitu vingi. Unajua na najua sasa pia kwa account taoka chuani iko ndani. Finally I'm a smile Armstrong. But of course Armstrong, tuambie ulijihisi vipi sasa ile most valuable player, because it's not si kitu msia ana achieve tu in one day atumecheza tu leo alafu na kwa MVP. Umepanda, ulijihisi vipi? Unaenda Spain mzee unaenda college kusoma. Tuambie unataka kwenda kusoma nini na utakuwa unafanya nini, alafu unaenda kuongea na kina Musiala mzee. Ai bwana wewe buda.
Nilisifiti venye nilichaguliwa MVP. Hapo kwa TVET nayo bado niko high school, niko form 2 bado.
Ushaenda TVET? Wewe unajua tu unaenda TVET.
So venye nilichaguliwa, at first sikuwa naamini juu kulikuwa na pressure nyingine kutoka kwa coach, ananiambia sija reach expectation yake.
Kuanga hivyo.
Mimi nikamwambia nita improve tu. Unajua kwanza sikucheza game zote Chapadimba ya juu kwa chuo. Hapo kwa Spain pia kenda huko nitaongeza tu bidii nionekane za baki huko.
Unaenda Spain mzee, unaenda kufly. Umepata uko na passport?
Niko na passport.
Naambiwa hapa coach tatuambia kwa nini hujapatia maplayer passport. ama wewe ndio unataka kwenda kuweka jina yako huko hivyo. But of course, just before we bring in coach, wacha ni bring Collins. Itona, unajua wewe tuambie umepanga kuwa nini in future, kwa sababu nacheki hii ni CBO, hii ni community based organization, yeah? Na of course in future utakuwa pengine daktari. Unajua ball inakuanga na certain window, ball utacheza between teenager mpaka pengine 30 something ukifika kule. Wewe umepanga vipi, ama wamekutrain aje hapo Ubunga kwa hiyo community organization? Wamefunza nini, wana prepare aje, unataka kuwa nini future? Juu after ball lazima uzeeke mzee, na lazima uko na home, lazima uko na familia, vitu kama hizo.
Definitely kitu naweza sema nasemanga saa zingine mpira ndio kitaita nitoa nje, but nasemanga mpira na masomo inaenda hand in hand. Yes. So unapata saa zingine ukipiga mpira ifai pia ulegeze kwa mbuku pia. So huku kwa kitabu pia mimi nataka tu vile saizi niko form 4. So after form 4 nataka niende ni pursue course ya computer science. After hiyo nikuwa employed na kampuni nyingine nataka Safaricom. Yes. Nikuwe nikifanya hizo maishu za computer hapo.
Ongea, unajua CEO anaweza kwa coach sasa. Watu wa Safaricom wana coach sasa. Omba Safaricom kazi saa hii Collins. Nimekupatia platform.
Bado sijaingia campus kujua computer science ina entail nini, but after nitapursue hiyo course, God willing, itajipa tu, ni tu pole vitu ipelekwe haraka.
Books hivi omba sio anakuoch mzee.
Sasa kwa sasa hii naomba God willing nipate hiyo grade ya kuingia campus, ni pursue computer science. Naomba ka Safaricom itaniandikisha kazi huko, ni huko permanent. So at least naweza ka boost huko mtaa, juu umejua saa zingine mtaa unapata saa zingine wazazi wako vizuri. Hiyo tu.
Haya, Safaricom tafadhali, kuna vijana hapa wako Ubunga, wako under an organization that is training them, nurturing them. And of course, na tafadhali wapatie kazi, ama muwaite kwa zile mentorship program zenyu. Vijana muwajenge. But well done of course Safaricom, because wanawapatia training, wacha wamalize shule, wacha wamalize masomo yao, then definitely there will be a good hand because wamebeba brand yenu. So definitely they can work for you easily. Patron, wacha nikulete hapa hivi, kuna wachezaji umesema Ubunga imenacha. Tuambie tu pole ndo watu wajue, kama ndaka in 3 minutes hivi, tuambie ni kina nani ama players gani, wako division gani, na walipitiaje structures za Ubunga mpaka penye wamefika, na wanabeba jina ya The Mighty Ubunga, ama tu wanaenda wakienda tu Nzoia walisahau The Mighty Ubunga.
Unajua Owaisa, mimi na John particularly, our belief, our policy or philosophy imekuwa ni fanya wema, nenda zako. So ours is to give them an opportunity, give them a platform. Kuna wengi tulipatia opportunity waka fall out. Yes. Tunawaambia tucheze ball ukienda chuo, kuna kidogo because of ghetto wana fall out of school ama wana fall out of ball. Yes. But to answer the first part of your question, yes. Ukienda Premier League, tuko sahi na Salimodeka ako Kakamega Homeboys. Salimodeka. Tuko na Steve Otieno pia alitoka Ubunga. Hawa ni watu wameanza kucheza ball ya chini. Tukiorganize, nilikuwa na tournament ilikuwa inaitwa Wakili Tournament nikiwa campus law school. Yes. Walianzia huko. Steve Otieno anaipigia Nzoia. NSL tuko na Amunga ni kijana wa kwenu huko. Yes, anachezea Kisumu All Stars. Tuko na Odoke ako Kisumu All Stars. Omolo Frederick ambaye ni ndugu ya coach, yeah. Ndio captain wa Kisumu All Stars. So you know, I think those are the 5 I can 6 I can mention for now. Sahi kuna trials zinaendelea Ulinzi Youth. Kuna player wetu anaitwa Jos Commander. Huko St. Anthony alikuwa anaitwa Kajos. Yuko sahi, huyo ni product ya Ubunga FC. Ndugu yake mdogo tena pia yuko St. Anthony. So as a result, mashule zimetujua. So kama huyu kijana kwa Alliance High School, but alipewa full scholarship Maseno, nikasema hapana, wacha aende Alliance. Huyo Armstrong. Kuna kijana wetu anacheza Ringa Boys, which is a football powerhouse currently in Nyanza. Anaitwa Adhara. kuna kijana yetu ako St. Mary's Yala, anaitwa Ujuri. Nakupatia the local names.
Yes.
Hao wanapewa full scholarship. The only thing we did ni kununua uniform na stationery. But venye wanakaa huko shule inajua. Ukienda Goseta huko Trans Nzoia, we have around 8 players. Ukienda Jobo pia iko Trans Nzoia, tuko na 5 players. So we have had a benefit of showcasing our talent, na tunashukuru God because tukianza hii story unajua haikuwa rahisi, and sometimes una dig in. Kocha alikuambia nimejenga kama bati fulani hapo. So saa hii kuna players wanataka kutujoin na anatoka far. So nawaambia mimi niko na room moja hapa, bora tutakupatia mattress uweke chini, mlale hapo, lakini ukikuja kwa grao ucheze ball. Bora tu umeachana na crime, drugs na hizi vitu zingine. Nisisikie mtu amelia juu yako, because mtu akilia juu yako na ku-expel from the team, and once you are expelled from the team hauwezi kaa kwa nyumba yangu. True. So that's how we do it.
Wow. And of course, well done on that. Tukimalizia in the next 3 minutes, coach, wacha nikulete ama vijana, for example Armstrong na Collins. Acha nikupatie sasa, chukue sasa. Ama vijana, familia zao zinasema nini? Uliwatoa wapi? Ulifanyaje? What was the procedure? Kuzungumzia kwa hapa anasema venye tu Patron anasema unachagua mtu mnachaguaje? But basically hao walitoka wapi?
Before I answer the question, nitasaidia the Patron because nakonga kwa ground.
Yes.
What ameita jina wachezaji wengine wataniuliza coach ulikuwa hapo na
ukakataa kutusema.
Sasa hiyo ndio the problem. Kuna wengine wamepitia team. Walikam by the way wakapitia wakaenda.
Yes.
Somebody like Clinton Aguero wa Ulinzi alikuwa Ulinzi FC. Like tuko na Byron Odiaga in Ulinzi FC. Tukienda we have former player of Viga United, alikuwa assistant wangu hapa, ukimwangalia alikuwa na yellow t-shirt.
Yes,
Eric Otieno.
Ni muhimu, yes.
So how ndio players washapitia Patron alisahau wengine kidogo. We have variety because there's somebody like amesema Kajos is now the captain, youth captain. Alikuwa former player Migori Youth. So saizi ni captain of Ulinzi Youth. I'm praying for him aingie the senior team. So na hawa pia tunawaombea waende hapo. So the good thing, na inakuwa a good example, the Patron is the father to Armstrong. The team manager is the father to Collins Omondi. So this shows that kwanza in example to parents pale go down to the community ati football and sport and education can go together. So na inaimiza parents walao watoto wao wajiembrace kwa sport wanazofanya. Because you can't play the sport football the whole day. Tuko na time kama Bunga FC, we are doing morning session for the teens, then our youthful side for county league we are training from 2 to 4. So we can't play the whole day. But parent akijua from 9 to 12 mtoto wake kwa grao, so from 12 aulize mbona coach mtoto wake ajingia kwa nyumba. Hiyo ndio inaweza naambianga parents. But kuna moso kwa community, Bunga community parents wana support. Na hii kitu ya Safaricom imenipatia boost nyingine huge sana. Saizi hata ukiambia
2027 tunajua unaenda kufanya nini.
Hata saizi ukiambia parents sasa uambie parent akuje ati mtoto wake akuje kwa ball, coach na huu wangu unachukua siku gani? Hiyo ndio kisaini kuna advantage. So I'm praying that some 5 years to come Obunga should be in the higher level.
The mighty Obunga itakuwa the higher level. Yeah. Wacha niulize Collins, tutajie mabeste wako wa ball. Unajua watu wako mtaani, ma players wako mtaani, wataje, wapigie shout out, wasema jina zao, sema position zao, wagotee. Wanangoja juu sipo gota hawa watu, sidhani kama utapita pale Moroni.
Kwanza mabeste wangu yenye naweza taja ni Garang, anacheza offensive na saiza kwa Goseta. Na Mike anacheza pia offensive, yeye pia ako shule. Na Gotea pia smart, ni kipa wetu, first kipa wetu. Kwanza yeye ndiye alianza na sisi, lakini currently saizi yeye pia ako shule. Yeye pia namgotea. Alafu bro wangu pia namgotea kwa mtaa. Mabeste wangu pia wote tu.
Kabisa. Armstrong. Sasa tunapata fursa Gotea wazazi, ama brother, ama ndugu, kaka, hata mimi unaweza nigotea. Wale wamekuchangia, wamekuwa na wewe, wangependa pia watumie shout out. Unajua mimi natoka Western, salamu ni kitu muhimu sana.
Na kugotea Madhe ako home sasa na watch. Auntie yangu pia niko sure na watch. Tukienda mtaa huko Bunga kuna Austin, Ray, Chea, Bonke, wote big up
kabisa. Patron, tukimalizia Bunga FC, what next for this? Niko nakupea dakika kama 2 maximum. What next for this young? Najua mkona you have structures of course. Hawa wakikuja wanacheza, wanatoka, wanaenda hivyo. What next?
Tony, kabla ende kwa hiyo.
Yes,
hiyo namaliza hiyo. Siache pia nisalimie wachezaji.
Pole naomba mama coach salimiana. Pole salimiana coach. Pole.
Because unaona kama time inasonga.
Yes.
So mimi kwanza nitashukuru federation.
Yes.
Because now nishapasu niko na CAF C, nataka niende kwa hii direction ya CAF B. So by this year nitasoma hiyo CAF B. So, but hii kitu inaendelea saa hizi kwetu pale nitasalimia tu mafans. Inakaa I think wameweka kitu vingine kubwa kwa hiyo grao wanatuona saa hizi. So nitawashukuru sana kwa hiyo. Hakuna mtu nita big up all the fans wako hapo kwa ground kama wanacheki. Nashukuru sana. Thank you.
Patron.
Shukran. What next? What next is chenye tumekuwa tukifanya for the last 2 decades. Ni kunurture talents, ku-identify and nurture talents. Both in sports and education. So hiyo itaendelea. But we hope that now that we've gotten a platform, these people will give us an opportunity to rise. Na nime-realize if, for example, waende Spain na Armstrong abaki huko, then now there will be more focus, tutapata more and more opportunity. So what next is we hope that more of our players will get higher opportunities in Kenya Premier League and the NSL, and hopefully that we now get our first and second international exports, probably to Spain and to England and any other, including Ajax in Netherlands, which is my most favorite youth academy. Other than that, we hope to get more support and assistance from all shareholders and stakeholders, media included. Na tunashukuru sana hii. So mwanzo kabla niende kwa salamu zangu kama Mluya, nashukuru sana TV47 kwa hii opportunity na mtakuja kututembelea. Nikifikia salamu, wacha nisalimie watu wametusaidia sana kwa hii mbio. Nitaanza na team manager John Okelo. Huko Grao ako na majina mengi, Boyo, Chairman, Chare, hao wadogo wanamuita Chare. Sasa Chare apokee salamu zake. Pia ndatuma salamu kwa Secretary General wa team, Daniel Ochieng, anaitwa Dimbule. Pia apokee salamu zake. Then treasurer wa team anaitwa John Paul Ochieng, ama Baldis. Tunamshukuru sana. And then venye nilianza natuma salamu kwa all fans of Obunga FC, especially pale Obunga na the entire Obunga community, hata wazazi wa our players venye walikuja kusupport team. Nikiconclude, nitashukuru sana a few of my friends wenye wamesaidia team in one way or the other. Na Mungu awabariki. We thank God.
Amen. True. Thank you so much, Patron Victor Owiti, the Mighty Obunga patron. Team coach Mighty Obunga Evans Okech. Thank you very much. Wingback player Obunga Mighty FC Colin Somondi, and of course the number 10 Obunga, the Mighty Obunga FC Armstrong Omondi, MVP, most valuable player for the Safaricom Chapadimba season 4. Asanteni sana for really making time, and the entire Obunga community for really allowing your ambassadors to be our ambassadors when you're ready. We thank you. I will come cover you personally in Kisumu City. Kisumu na Kakamega ni dakika 20 haraka. But of course, thank you so much for kukuja, and I thank you Safaricom for giving these youngsters and of course Obunga an opportunity to shine and put their name on the world map. This is Sports Extravaganza. We are live, of course, here at Cape Media. Remember also we are live on Radio 47, Ali Kaulini Akokule. But now we had asked you a very simple question. I know we have some clips of where we had asked you a question today, where the Europe Day Kenya Football Tournament, which stadium will host the finals, the grand finale. And this some of the videos that you've shared. And of course, I'll see you later on at the end of this break with the team from the European Union delegation to Kenya.
Hi, hashtag Sports Extravaganza. For today's question of the day, the final for the Europe Day tournament will take place at the Ulysses Sports Complex in Lang'ata, Nairobi. Thank you.
Sports Extravaganza. I'm Duncan Karisa, watching from Mombasa. The answer is Ulinzi Sports Complex. I need that credit. I'd like to pay my FKF chairman, President Okoa Jahaz. Thank you.
Vipi kwa Randa? Haupo kwa fiti. Kuna hiyo swali umeuliza, hiyo game ya Europe Day Kenya Football Tournament inachezwa lini? Hiyo game inachezwa date 17 May na itakuwa Ulinzi Sport Complex. Tuko pamoja? So kama na hiyo domze.
This is Robbie from Kitale. So the finals will be held at the Ulinzi Sports Complex on May 17th. Yeah, that's where it will be. So yeah, I'm Robbie, watching from Kitale. Thank you.
Yes, good evening. I'm watching T47 from Nairobi, and my name is Ernest Otieno. So I'm here to answer the question posted here, that where will be the finals of the Europe Day Kenya Football Tournament will be played. So my answer is the finals of the Europe Day Kenya Football Tournament will be played on Friday, which will be on May 17th at Ulinzi Complex Stadium in Lang'ata, Nairobi. So that's my answer. Kindly consider me. I need that airtime so much. That's why I'm trying. Thank you.
Hey, what's up, people? Hi, TV47 Sports Extravaganza. Tony Kwalanda. Yeah, big up to Bunge FC kwa kushinda hiyo cup. Tunalisi Mgenge watching the show all the way from Nairobi, Kangemi area. Napenda show vile mnafanya uchanganuzi wenyu. So European Cup ita take place pale Ulinzi Stadium. Hapo ndio itakuwa ina take place. The reason nimetaka kupata hiyo credit mazeni kusha na wale watu tu ambao tune TV47 peke yao. Au sio? Hapo ndio kwetu, hapo ndipo Tony Kwalanda.
Na safari hii katika Mfahamu Kiongozi tutakuletea viongozi aina mbalimbali.
Nikuwe na Nisani kama 10 na pia nikuwe menua minibus. Minibus niko niwa.
Kushinda unaangalia simu ya mzee. Soma Biblia ama ingia kwa washroom ujisugue. Mpaka nimetoa hivi.
I don't know whether any of my children would want to get into the political field. Sijajua bado.
Kila Alhamisi saa 1:30 kuendelea.
Join us on a journey through the concrete jungles and rising skylines, where every beam, every nail tells a story of progress and vision.
In every aspect of life, you have to look at several dynamics.
From groundbreaking.
Nowadays with the tech, you can check on different websites or you check online and you can see some inspiration. So at least that one would be a direction already. I'll know like what kind of style you're going for.
To finishing touches, witness the dedication of the hard-working teams who bring these ambitious dreams to reality. The Realtor, Tuesdays at 6:30 p.m.
Na safari hii katika Mfahamu Kiongozi tutakuletea viongozi aina mbalimbali.
Nikuwe na Nisani kama 10 na pia nikuwe menua minibus. Minibus nikoniwa.
Kushinda unaangalia simu ya mzee, soma Biblia ama ingia kwa washroom ujisugue mpaka nimetoa hivi.
I don't know whether any of my children would want to get into the political field. Sijajua bado.
Kila Alhamisi saa 1:30 kuendelea.
Join us on a journey through the concrete jungles and rising skylines, where every beam, every nail tells a story of progress and vision.
In every aspect of life, you have to look at several dynamics.
From groundbreaking.
Nowadays with the tech, you can check on different websites or you check online and you can see some inspiration. So at least that one would be a direction already. I'll know like what kind of style you're going for.
To finishing touches, witness the dedication of the hard-working teams who bring these ambitious dreams to reality. The Realtor, Tuesdays at 6:30 p.m.
Na safari hii katika Mfahamu Kiongozi tutakuletea viongozi aina mbalimbali.
Nikuwe na Nisani kama 10 na pia nikuwe menua minibus. Minibus nikoniwa.
Kushinda unaangalia simu ya mzee, soma Biblia ama ingia kwa washroom ujisugue mpaka nimetoa hivi.
I don't know whether any of my children would want to get into the political field. Sijajua bado.
Kila Alhamisi saa 1:30 kuendelea.
Join us on a journey through the concrete jungles and rising skylines, where every beam, every nail tells a story of progress and vision.
In every aspect of life, you have to look at several dynamics.
From groundbreaking.
Nowadays with the tech, you can check on different websites or you check online and you can see some inspiration. So at least that one would be a direction already. I'll know like what kind of style you're going for.
To finishing touches, witness the dedication of the hard-working teams who bring these ambitious dreams to reality. The Realtor, Tuesdays at 6:30 p.m.
Na safari hii katika Mfahamu Kiongozi tutakuletea viongozi aina mbalimbali.
Nikuwe na Nisani kama 10 na pia nikuwe menua minibus. Minibus nikoniwa.
Kushinda unaangalia simu ya mzee, soma Biblia ama ingia kwa washroom ujisugue mpaka nimetoa hivi.
I don't know whether any of my children would want to get into the political field. Sijajua bado.
Kila Alhamisi saa 1:30 kuendelea.
Join us on a journey through the concrete jungles and rising skylines, where every beam, every nail tells a story of progress and vision.
In every aspect of life, you have to look at several dynamics.
From groundbreaking.
Nowadays with the tech, you can check on different websites or you check online and you can see some inspiration. So at least that one would be a direction already. I'll know like what kind of style you're going for.
To finishing touches, witness the dedication of the hard-working teams who bring these ambitious dreams to reality. The Realtor, Tuesdays at 6:30 p.m.
Na safari hii katika Mfahamu Kiongozi tutakuletea viongozi aina mbalimbali.
Nikuwe na nisani kama 10 na pia nikuwe menua minibus. Minibus nikoniwa.
Kushinda unaangalia simu ya mzee, soma Biblia ama ingia kwa washroom ujisugue mpaka nimetoa hivi.
I don't know whether any of my children would want to get into the political field. Sijajua bado.
Kila Alhamisi saa 1:30 kuendelea.
Welcome back. This is live. This is Sports Extravaganza. My name is Tony Kwalanda. I just went for a very short changing room or makeup change to myself. Now I am fully kitted by the Europe Day Kenya Football Tournament. It's a tournament, a big under-18 boys and girls that is currently going around the different counties in Kenya, selecting your boy, selecting your girl, of course, for one day to feature in Europe to play in one of the 27 member states of the European Union. And speaking about the European Union, I am very honored this particular time to welcome very esteemed dignitaries and excellencies, together, of course, with the CEO. But first to introduce Her Excellency, the Czech ambassador to Kenya, or Czechia. I'll ask her about Czechia and Czech. Ambassador to Kenya, of course, Ambassador Nicole Adamkova. Welcome. It's such an honor to have you.
Thank you. Thank you.
TV47. Thank you for making time to come to Cape Media, where, of course, we also have Radio 47. Right now, you could be live on our radio channels as well, and also on the digital platform.
I'm excited. I'm excited, and thank you very much for the warm welcome. To explain the difference between the Czech Republic and Czechia. No difference, the same country, long name, long title, short name, short title. So whatever you choose, it's still us.
Thank you very much. I'm very excited, of course, because I'm a Chelsea fan, and I remember Peter Cech, one of course the best goalkeepers we've had in the world. Thank you for coming. So you'll explain to me how I can get in touch with him. Also, I have the Deputy European Union Ambassador to Kenya, His Excellency Andre Shimek. It's nice to see you again.
No, it's a pleasure to be here. Yeah, thank you very much, Tony.
Thank you for making time from your busy schedule. I know you have a lot on your desk.
No, it's always a pleasure to be here. I must say you really are looking top notch.
Thank you.
You should consider wearing it more often.
It's done.
Okay,
Your Excellency,
very good.
It's done. Thank you very much. Asante sana for actually having me wear this beautiful. I love blue. Blue is my favorite color. And of course, I support Chelsea, so definitely blue is my favorite color. Also, joining us this particular segment, we have the CEO, Chief Executive Officer of AFC Leopards, a.k.a. Ingwe, a.k.a. Yamatere. Matere are close, Your Excellencies. Matere are close. So, representing, of course, Ingwe, that is a leopard. Thank you so much for making time. It's after 10, 15 years, it's good to see you here. Exactly. Your Excellency, Czech Ambassador to Kenya. Let me just start. I don't know if they've ever given you a Kenya name. I want you to choose.
Not yet.
Let me give you an array of names. Maybe Olivia has mentioned it to you, or Ambassador Andre has mentioned it. There is Nafula, or Atieno, or Bosibori, or Chepto, or Sabeti, or Wanjiru, or which one will you choose, or which one have you selected?
It's up to you, actually, because which of them would suit me best? My temperament and my character.
Let me consult my villagers. We'll get back to you. But of course, Your Excellency, just to get into it, Santi-san, thank you for making time. I know the second finishers, the team that finishes the second in this tournament of the Europe Day Kenya Football Tournament will be getting rewarded by the Czech government. And of course, let me just get into it quickly. How does sport contribute towards gender sensitivity and equality in the Czech Republic? Now that this tournament is both for boys and girls, and of course, girls are being given an opportunity where they will not otherwise have been given in Africa.
We wanted our EU family, we wanted from the very beginning to include both boys and girls. It was very important for all of us to have both genders on board. And we are really happy that we are already on the way with the tournament. We have agreed with the AFC Leopards. Yes. Your viewers may know that actually the head coach of the FAC Leopards is actually Tomáš Trucha, a Czech citizen. Yes. And we are proud of it, and we are proud of this partnership. Yes. And the idea is to bring the first runner-ups from both boys and girls to spend some time with AFC Leopards, to enjoy the time and to also learn some useful techniques and to have fun. And back to your question about how sport can help contribute to gender equality. Yes. I think sport in general just gives opportunities for anyone, because any sport teaches you to win, to lose. You come across victories, you come across defeats. That's actually very useful strategy for life. It teaches you resilience, and it also teaches you the value of hard work, discipline, and everyday hard work, and never giving up. And I think that sport just contributes in bringing up what is inside of each of us. So in this way, I think sport is just a great
equalizer.
Yes.
Indeed. And of course, Your Excellency, as the CEO, you've had the Excellency speak about how they're excited. Of course, they're partnering, and we also have the head coach of AFC Leopards in the house, Mr. Tomáš Trucha. I'm happy there's that Trucha. It's a Trucha, right?
Trucha. Very good.
Yes.
You're great.
Even my dialect back at home, we like the ha, like the Trucha, the Kuala ha. Yeah, he will tell you that. But of course, bringing in AFC Leopards, this is something, this partnership will give a lot of hope to the 18-year-olds, the 15, the 16, 17 boys and girls from Marsabit, from Homa Bay, from Kilifi, from Nairobi, an opportunity. They've watched your Mashemeji Derby last weekend. I'm sure they want to have that feeling. This partnership, Bwana CEO, must be something, of course, it's a game changer to you.
Thank you, Tony. To me, the partnership should be one of the biggest thing that we should appreciate as a club, bearing in mind that right now, I don't know if you know, we have ladies team and we have also youth team. Exactly. Then we come to the senior team. And even what we have, apart from even the youth and the ladies, even in our senior team, we also have still youthful players who can still grab this opportunity so that when you move together with our partners, we should at least do something that should benefit or should be beneficial to the club. So far, for us, we are very grateful.
Indeed. Yeah. Of course, Ambassador Andre, I've seen you've been in Marsabit. You are in Homa Bay, you played a bit of penalties here and there, and I saw they scored you. You also got your scoring. I mean, you hit the framework. I hope you can be able to change that in Kilifi if you're going to hit that ball again. But you've seen the success stories from Marsabit. You've seen, I can imagine, Gadamoji, Dakabaricha, Ringa Boys, then Kobala Girls. Those have qualified in the preliminaries, have qualified for the grand finale. They'll be held at Ulinzi. You've seen those success stories. I mean, share with us some of those that are outstanding for you now that you've been on the ground yourself.
Yes, no, thank you very much, Tony. And again, I mean, it's a great pleasure to be here and to be here also with Czech Ambassador and with CEO of the Leopards. I mean, I am extremely happy and very, very excited, I must say, because I think I must have told you some time ago that, you know, for us, this is a new activity. I mean, we were sort of putting our toe into the water. We were not sure, is it going to be cold or warm or, you know, what's going on. We didn't really have a lot of experience. And so for us, it was a test. And I think it's going incredibly well. And it's actually gaining traction, gaining speed.
Yes.
We get more and more partners that are coming on board. And I think it's giving me a lot of hope that we can actually continue and do this now on regular basis. So we can do something similar next year and the year after. I think it's creating amazing opportunities for the kids. And it's really part of our, I mean, part of the reason why we are here as an embassy. We're trying to create these connections between Kenyans and Europeans. And of course, this area of sport is one of the areas where we could, where hopefully we could do it. Yeah.
Indeed, and of course, the Czech ambassador to Kenya, Your Excellency, sports is it's a lifestyle. It's something that actually brings people together. And of course, I was looking at statistics from, correct me if I'm wrong, from the Czech Republic, 10 million people in your country. And I'm looking at the percentage of how many people participate in football, in ice hockey, floorball, canoeing, equestrian, volleyball, basketball. It's a huge chunk. How important is this? Some of the programs or programs or initiatives that you've taken part between Kenya and Czech Republic that are very beneficial, that of course are beneficial in terms of making sport big in both of these countries?
You are trying my sport abilities.
And I'll also ask which sport also you played in your days, and which sport and where you stopped or pursued.
I'm not only an ambassador, I'm also a mom to two kids, a girl and a boy. A girl, she's 20 years old, our son 17 years old. And really, since the times he started walking, he put a football
boots
next to his foot, and he never stopped kicking the ball until he was 10, 12 years old. It was just, constant sound in our house, in our apartment, him kicking the ball. And he would also insist on, when I was putting him to bed, to play games. Yes. I was asked by him to take turns in naming football players all over the world, and trying, of course. I was trying to win, but usually it was him beating me. Yes. So I've been trying to pay as much attention to any sport that would make both our kids happy and making myself part of their life.
Wow. Okay. I'm happy, of course, you have two young ones there, of course, putting you to task in terms of sports. That's very important. And CEO, Czech Republic, you have a coach who comes from Czechia. I'm learning how to say Czechia. I'm happy about the Czechia one. They've confirmed I can say both Czech and the Czechia and Czech Republic. I'll also ask you about Mashemeji Derby. I will not skip to ask you about it. How did that game slip out of your hands? I'm an AFC fan. I am a Leopards Matere fan, so I have to put my CEO on task why he lost that very important game. And also, as you answer that particular question, Czech Republic is big in football. I mean, you've seen they have been there. They've won the European Championship back in the day. They're big, of course, in the Olympics. How will Kenya benefit from this exchange program? And of course, and what kind of opportunities will these boys and girls expect from AFC Leopards?
Thank you, Tony. From where I sit as the CEO of AFC Leopards, first, I'll appreciate for what our partners are doing.
Yes.
Because from what they have given us, they will give opportunity to these young boys and girls who will maybe come out successfully to go for trials. And at the same time, we as the club, we also at our side also watching, because we have also these categories in our team, both boys and girls. And we have also promised them that we'll also want at least them also to feel, especially these young boys and girls who are coming up, like you saw what happened in our derby, so that they can also see truly this FC. And especially when there's a big game like that derby time, everyone wants to know who is this FC and who is this Gor Mahia. So to me, this is a big opportunity that we have, and we need to grab it, make sure that we utilize it, and our boys and girls who comes out successfully, we make sure that they utilize this opportunity. So to me, it's a great thing, and I am hopefully that because it's just a beginning, we might do more things in future. Yes. For us, we are happy that we have our coach who is from in Czech, and you can see where coach took us from and where we are now. Because actually, when coach came, we were in the relegation zone, and right now we are somewhere. And hopefully, even the other day I was joking with him, we have to take this Mozart Cup. So to me, he has a task, and out of what he has done and the capability that he has, we are going to benefit out of it.
Of course, Coach Chuka is in the house. You'll answer that about that FKF Cup, if you'll win it or not. But your time will come for grilling in the next 20 or so minutes. But of course, Your Excellency Andre, the fans are very big for this tournament. The girls, boys, mothers, fathers who come to the stadiums, the ones who are in Marsabit, the ones who are at Raila Odinga Stadium in Homa Bay. That stadium was full to capacity. I mean, and look at the finals in there. Now you have rewards and incentives for these fans.
Now add funds for FC Leopards. Now, because the country is only FC Leopards that has a big fan base.
CEO has confirmed that, of course, and even AFC Leopard fans. All of you are requested to come, of course, to the Ulinzi Sports Complex on the 17th of May. But Your Excellency, you have goodies for fans as well, to reward them for the support, as much as they're not coming to do anything, but just the atmosphere they create for the Europe Day Kenya football tournament.
Yes, I mean, we do have goodies. I think that first, I think the starting point for me, of course, is that people come to cheer the teams or the counties that they support. I think there will be a discussion probably next week about the first prize. We already know that the winning teams will be traveling to Europe. Yes. I think this is an exciting opportunity. And so it will, I think, add a lot of energy to the final games, because this is really a massive prize.
Yes, true. That's big.
And so I think also for the fans, this is going to create a very interesting, I think, situation. And the fans, should be helping their team to actually get that prize, because it's a big prize and it's a good opportunity. And so I would expect that they would come primarily because of that. But it is true that we also, because we continue to work with more and more sponsors, we actually, and also, of course, with the member states, we do have certain things that we would like to draw for the people that come to the stadium. So what they actually need to do is they need to register. Yes. So they need to sort of send their WhatsApp, I think, to you or to your colleagues here. And then we will have a list of these different telephone numbers. And then during the final games, during the breaks, we intend to dial those numbers And then hopefully the person is there, picks up the phone, raises their hand, and then comes down for the different prize. And there will be some very interesting prizes, I think, because we have hotels that are supporting this, we have airlines that are supporting this. So there will be some significant prizes that will be coming up. But I don't want to advertise them yet. But I think that there are things to look forward to. But again, I think prizes should not be the main reason why you come to the stadium. The main reason is the game. The main reason is the success of these kids that will be there. The main reason is to send them off or have them participate in a training session with AFC Leopards.
Indeed, if you're joining us, this is Sports Extravaganza. I was speaking about the Europe Day Kenya Football Tournament, an ongoing inaugural big, mighty football tournament for the under 18 boys and girls. That's 15, 16, 17 years old and 18 who are participating in this event. Marsabit done, Homa Bay done. On the 4th and 5th of May, it's taking part in Kilifi County. The following weekend should be on the 11th or so. It should be here in Nairobi at the School of TVET, just here in Gigiri. Then, of course, the big one on the 17th of May at the Ulinzi Sports Complex. And that's the reason why, of course, just before I bring in Ambassador Adam Kova to tell us about, of course, the footprints that, of the Czech Republic in Kenya, we are asking you a very simple question, and we want you to win. I have airtime. Let me just check. I told you on this show, you just don't only win. I know Ambassador Andre is being very economical with words, but for me, I'm not economical. I just say it as it is. I have airtime. I'm giving away 10 people airtime. I have airtime. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have plenty. 10 of you are winning on this show, courtesy of the Europe Day Kenya Football Tournament. Answer this very simple question. The finals, the grand finals of the Europe Day Kenya Football Tournament will be held in which stadium? Kasarani, Nyayo, or Bohungu, or Ulinzi Sports Complex? Where will the grand finale be held on the 17th of May? Go on WhatsApp, send a 20-second clip in a quiet place. Start with the name Sports Extravaganza, your name, where you're watching this show from, give me the answer, and tell me the reason why you need all this airtime. There is more where this came from. There is more where this came from. I'm just putting it here because I want to do it for display. Now you know. So do your thing, send in as many times as you can. The WhatsApp number that you see on our screens is the same WhatsApp number that Ambassador Andre is speaking about in regarding to you having a chance to win when you watch the grand finale on the 17th of May. Where did you get this kind of goodies? Nowhere else. Check it out only here on Sports Extravaganza every Saturday, 4 to 7 p.m. Let me bring in Ambassador Adam Kova. Your footprints, some of the footprints that you have, of course, of Czech Republic in Kenya.
You may be surprised, Tony, and also a number of other Kenyans, because there are things that you encounter every day without knowing that they are actually Czech-related. Again, Czechia, or the Czech Republic, is a country right in the middle of Europe, Central Europe, 10 billion people. In European standards, it's a mid-sized country. So we are not considered small. I believe we are within the EU. We are the 7th or 8th biggest country out of the EU 27 member states. So let me start by mentioning beadwork. Maasai women and Samburu women doing great beadwork. Most of these beads actually originate in Czechia, because in our country, glass work and glass production have really a long tradition. Another footprint, very historic, very long one, Bata shoes. Yes. Batya shoes, in fact. Batya is also an entrepreneur, a businessman, a Czech. And his spirit and the spirit of his family and his business model, it was exciting for me to learn, because I met CEO of the factory in Lemuru. That spirit with which the company was established in the 20s and 30s, it's still vital and alive because it's the strong commitment to hard work again, to bring good quality products at affordable price, and a strong sense of caring for your community. Because in Limuru, next to the factory, there is a clinic, there is a school, so it's very much embedded in the Batya philosophy. So there's over 100 stores that is originally related to a Czech businessman and successful entrepreneur.
Well done. Wow, I didn't know that. At least now I know something. Well done, Your Excellency. Bwana CEO, your team must be very lucky to have Thomas Trucha. The reason why I'm saying this, and of course you have to tell us why you've had this relationship, this on and off relationship, but we're very happy he's back. He was here in 2020. He's a very successful coach, Thomas Trucha. Has been to Botswana, Malaysia, South Africa, Kenya. He's an established coach. Why does AFC love him so much?
I think Tony, Trucha takes our club as his home. And the relationship he has, starting from the fans and even the officials and even the playing unit, that's why he opted to come back. And even before even I knew him, he has been a follower for Ingwe or FC Leopards for so many years. So to me, I think wherever he was, his heart was still in FC. And that's why, not that we love him, yes, he also loves the club.
Yes.
So to me, he's a man and ready to work for the club. Is a man who, as a club, we are also ready to work with him. And you see that since he came, everything has been running on smoothly.
Well done. Of course, and Thomas Trucha, head coach FC, will tell us his Kenyan name as I look for Ambassador Adamkova's Kenyan name. We're still searching on Google to find it. Your Excellency, Ambassador Andre, the county governments must be very extremely happy about the kind of engagements you're actually having with them, from Marsabit to Homa Bay, the sports directors, the Minister for Sports that you've interacted with them. What are they whispering in your ear so far about the Europe Day Kenya Football Tournament?
I mean, as I said, I think earlier, certainly you can feel the traction. So when we started in Marsabit, I think was a little bit, people were not entirely sure what was going on. I think we had to do a lot of explanation, but now, of course, also thanks to our media partner, I think there is a lot of visibility and there are a lot of expectations, and there is also a little bit of a competition now. In a sense, can this county government do better than the other one?
Yes.
So I think we see that a lot. I mean, in terms of the preparations, how people come, ready, what they are ready to offer, how they organize the tournament in terms of the venues, security, first aid, all the logistics and all that. It's not an easy thing to organize. So I mean, big thanks to all of the county governments that work with us. It's really impressive, and we are extremely happy to be working with them.
Indeed. Ambassador Adamkova, I mean, besides sports, what are other ways of enabling cultural exchange between Kenya and Czechia?
Going back to my name, you can start by calling me Ambassador Nicole, because you call Andre, and I'm a bit intimidated by being called Ambassador Adamkova in this informal session. So we can be on first name basis.
Ambassador
Tony.
Nicole. Thank you.
Thank you for that. We strongly, the Czech government, Czechia, we strongly believe in providing a wide range of opportunities for young generation, because it is in a way also their responsibility, the world they are coming in and building. For example, last year, we started a project called Cool Czechia, and we are bringing young African leaders from different walks of life to Czechia to spend a week, 10 days, and to learn about our country, to become more accustomed to each other, because we also strongly believe in building people-to-people connections. Another, in addition to sports, and is obviously culture.
Yes.
This year, for example, it marks the traditional year of Czech music. We are bringing a classical music quartet in the autumn, in the fall, and they will have master classes for young Kenyans to learn from each other, because it's not initiatives like these, and also this football tournament and this partnership we have just entered in. It's never a one-way process. Both sides always learn from each other, and both sides benefit. So sport, music, meeting people, it's just a natural way of how to understand each other better and live together in the Ubuntu spirit.
Ooh, nice. Well said. Coach CEO, you've just had FC Leopards prides itself for being one of the most successful clubs in Kenya, in the region as well as in Africa. You've heard, of course, there are those exchanges that we have. I'll put you to task. Maybe I'm not aware of it, but maybe it's happening. How many players, AFC or people that you've worked with, have we taken as AFC to Czechia? There's that cultural exchange. I know your coach represents you. He can go to Czechia and come back to Kenya. But I know you're working in modalities whereby even the players who finish this particular tournament coming through FC can end up in Czech Republic.
Yeah, thank you, Tony. So far, as you have been told, this is just the beginning. True. And remember, we just also had our celebration Ingwat 60.
Yes.
And we said Ingwat 60 will be a change plan for almost everything. So, and that's why you are seeing us here today. These are some of the things that we were putting in plan so that we start afresh. Yes. Because so far we were celebrating Ingwat 60, but we were asking ourselves, what are we celebrating for? Because at 60 years, we don't have what we are supposed to be having. And these are some of the things that we have decided to come up with and make sure that at least we get this we enter into this partnership. And out of this, we should not just leave it alone. We need to start it and make sure that we finish successfully by at least making sure that we get at least a number of players from the club, not necessarily in the senior team, because I told you we have ladies, we have a youth team, and I'm sure out of this, we should be in a position to get at least a number of players going to Europe.
Of course, and I'll put head coach Thomas Chuka to task to tell us which players he's seen or he's looking to see from the Europe Day Kenya Football Tournament, so he can put them in the structures. So, coach, be ready with the numbers. You can start calling people to give you names of the players I've seen before you come in. But to bring in Ambassador Andre, the 27 member states are very excited about this particular project. I know initially, as you say, there was a bit having cold feet about what's going to happen. But right now, from the turnout of the support, for example, from the Czechia, from Romania, who are awarding number one, from Germany, who will be in Kilifi as hosting that particular tournament, French. What are they telling you? Because I know you are very worried that we're not sure about if you do it next year. But from what is happening right now, Ambassador, I'm sure you know the future of this tournament.
Well, I don't know the future. I know what I would like to see, but those are not. Those may be two different things, obviously. But I think I just want to say that I don't think that the member states have ever had cold feet about the tournament. So that it would not be a correct assessment of this. EU is a community of 27 member states. The EU delegation represents the institutions here primarily, but we are always working together. And whenever we are trying to do some initiatives in Kenya, we're trying to do them together. So it's the same thing here for the football tournament. And I think that there was always an excitement about the idea. But, you know, public administration, sometimes it takes time before people move, you know. It takes time, the wheels are turning, and then you need to produce something. So it's fantastic. I think it's great that we have now Czech Republic coming, you know, very strongly on board, Romania coming very strongly on board, Germany sponsoring the tournament in Kilifi. I mean, it's fantastic, and there will be a lot of visibility around it. For them, even, you know, there is an additional, I think, reason, because they are hosting Euro this year, the UEFA Euro Championship, and so it's important to, I think, show that, you know, football made in Germany type of thing. So, and that, I think, what Kilifi is going to achieve. Yeah.
Indeed. Ambassador Nicole.
Thank you.
I got it.
Tony, I'm here. I'm hearing you.
Thank you so much. I know, as just the way Ambassador Andre has mentioned about the Euros, I've looked at the group which Czechia is in, together with Portugal, Georgia, Turkey, in Group F of the Euro 2024. However, I've just mentioned that because also your boy and girl at home always ask you those questions. I'll not ask you much about it. But peace and unity, of course, are very integral in the ethos of the Europe Day. And the Czech Republic has, having split from Slovakia in the 90s, let me just ask, my apologies, can you highlight how joining the European Union was perceived in the Czech Republic? Because I remember also when you were Czechoslovakia, that's when you won your European Championship.
I think we were second. In the 60s, in the 60s, yeah, or 76, I think 76.
We have to ask the coach, I think.
Yeah, I'm looking at him.
I'm preparing him psychologically.
But it was Belgrade, wasn't it? Belgrade, yeah, the famous kicker. Yeah. Panenka. Yeah. All right. So I'm sorry. We have qualified this year, but I believe it was after many unsuccessful attempts in recent years. So I think Czech football, soccer fans are excited, are happy. You have just listed our opponents, so it's definitely not an easy group, but we always believe and hope for the best. We are discussing today Europe Day.
Kenya Football Tournament.
Exactly, thank you. And you've just said that Europe Day is marking peace and unity.
Yes.
And for my generation, it is really not an exaggeration or overstatement, because we joined the EU in 2004. 20 years ago. So this year it's really very special for us. It is because it is the 20th anniversary of our membership in the EU. And in fact, the EU was brought into life after Second World War as a project to keep peace in Europe.
Yes.
Our part of, I'm sorry for the mic, our part of Europe, Central and Eastern Europe, following the Second World War, was left behind the Iron Court, so to speak. So during my childhood and my young adulthood, I lived, my generation, Andre also, lived behind the Iron Curtain. And the events of 1989 and the fall of the so-called Berlin Wall and Iron Curtain brought democracy and freedom to our country. And then 5 years later, our EU membership became a reality. So for me, whenever I cross border to Germany, Poland, or Austria, I feel privileged that I do not have to, that I'm able to do that, because before we lived in a totalitarian state, so that was also very much under influence of Moscow, and it was very much a satellite to the Soviet Union. We also experienced the occupation by the Soviet-led army. So for me and for my generation, the EU membership is really something special. And back to also your question about Czechoslovakia. We spent most of the 20th century together as one country, from 1918 to 1993. But our separation was really amicable, was friendly. We are now both countries, independent countries, are members of the European Union. We care for each other, and there are no disputes, no difficult issues between us.
Indeed. I've got CEO, the captain of the national team of Czechia. If I'm wrong, Coach Thomas Souček will be in the Euros. When are we going to see AFC Leopards bring Thomas Souček and any other national players to come to AFC Leopards, and also to come to the Europe Day Kenya football tournament, and also to come and assist Thomas Trucha? He will answer it on his side when at the end of this, the end of this show. But as AFC, you need to bring those players so that now the Europe Day Kenya football Day tournament, girls and boys, can believe that yes, indeed, our team can actually bring these people, and they'll be very happy to continue playing that tournament, their career.
Thanks, Tony. As I told you, actually, Ingwe at 60 was the beginning. And out of the plans that we have so that we can have this kind of good things from maybe Czech.
Yes.
Apart from us having the coach from the Czech, with our partnership also, we need also to come up with the other things that also can make the club benefit, yes, apart from just maybe what they have studied today. As the two ambassadors have said, these events will be there. Maybe this is the second edition, and maybe we are hoping the third edition will be more of what we're going to see today.
Exactly.
Because even today we were chatting with him, and we were of opinion that Western region is left out. And right now, because we are the leading people in fan base, we need to be recognized. And these are some of the things that now we will put together and make sure that at least we benefit more as the club.
Indeed. Yes. That's, of course, the CEO, AFC Leopards, Albert Wesonga. If you're joining us, this is Sports Extravaganza. And, of course, I have the excellencies here, the Czech ambassador to Kenya, Her Excellency Nicole Adamkova, the Deputy European Union Ambassador to Kenya, His Excellency Andre Shimek, as well as, of course, the CEO. If you're joining us, we have a question of the day, and we want you to win airtime. I have airtime for 10 of you, 10 today, for you to win. And we're asking you, where will the finals, the grand finals, the big finals on the 17th of May be held? The Europe Day Kenya Football Tournament finals, where will they be? Will they be in Buhungu? Will they be in Mamboleo? Will they be in Kasarani? Will they be in Ulinzi Sports Complex? Go to WhatsApp, go call us, SMS us, go to our social media platforms. Of course, WhatsApp is a big one. Send a short video clip, 20 seconds, telling us your answer, but start with the name Sports Extravaganza, your name, where you're watching this show from, as well as the answer, and tell me the reason why you need airtime, which I'm giving 10 of you. I've shown you the airtime. I have it here with me. Of course, at this juncture, I would like us to take a very short break. And after this break, I'll be bringing in the famous coach who we've been talking about on our set, himself, Thomas Trucha, head coach of AFC Leopards. We also have Christopher Colotti, one of the hitmen of the national team, as well as AFC Leopards. He is in the house, Christopher Colotti. And of course, we're still remaining with the excellencies as well, and also the CEO to share us more and shed more light as to the next steps after the Europe Day Kenya Football Tournament is over. What next, and what will be AFC doing on the ground? And that's what the coach is coming to tell us after this very, very short break.
Na safari hii katika Mfahamu Kiongozi tutakuletea viongozi aina mbalimbali.
Nikuwe na Nisani kama 10 na pia nikuwe menua minibus. Minibus nikoniwa.
Kushinda unaangalia simu ya mzee. Soma Biblia ama ingia kwa washroom ujisugue. Mpaka nimetoa hivi.
I don't know whether any of my children would want to get into the political field. Sijajua bado.
Kila Alhamisi saa 1:30 kuendelea.
Join us on a journey through the concrete jungles and rising skylines, where every beam, every nail tells a story of progress and vision.
In every aspect of life, you have to look at several dynamics.
From groundbreaking.
Nowadays with the tech, you can check on different websites or you check online and you can see some inspiration. So at least that one would be a direction already. I'll know like what kind of style you're going for.
To finishing touches, witness the dedication of the hard-working teams who bring these ambitious dreams to reality. The Realtor, Tuesdays at 6:30 p.m.
Na safari hii katika Mfahamu Kiongozi tutakuletea viongozi aina mbalimbali.
Nikuwe na Nisani kama 10 na pia nikuwe menua minibus. Minibus nikoniwa.
Kushinda unaangalia simu ya mzee. Soma Biblia ama ingia kwa washroom ujisugue. Mpaka nimetoa hivi.
I don't know whether any of my children would want to get into the political field. Sijajua bado.
Kila Alhamisi saa 1:30 kuendelea.
Join us on a journey through the concrete jungles and rising skylines, where every beam, every nail tells a story of progress and vision.
In every aspect of life, you have to look at several dynamics.
From groundbreaking.
Nowadays with the tech, you can check on different websites or you check online and you can see some inspiration. So at least that one would be a direction already. I'll know like what kind of style you're going for.
To finishing touches, witness the dedication of the hard-working teams who bring these ambitious dreams to reality. The Realtor, Tuesdays at 6:30 p.m.
Na safari hii katika Mfahamu Kiongozi tutakuletea viongozi aina mbalimbali.
Nikuwe na nisani kama 10 na pia nikuwe menua minibus. Minibus nikoniwa.
Kushinda unaangalia simu ya mzee, soma Biblia ama ingia kwa washroom ujisugue mpaka nimetoa hivi.
I don't know whether any of my children would want to.
Welcome back. You're live. This is Sports Extravaganza. We are live every Saturday 4 to 7 p.m. and we bring you who is who matters, who is very impactful to your life directly to where you are. And we're speaking and talking about where you are. We're speaking about the Europe Day Kenya football tournament that is currently going on. Couple of weeks ago, it ended at Homa Bay County. That was the second leg of this inaugural event, 2024. They started in Marsabit in March, then they came to Homa Bay, and then of course now on the 4th and 5th, they will be in Kilifi County. And I understand it will be, that was sponsored by the German government under His Excellency Sebastian Groth, who was already preparing for that. And right now, of course, after the CEO, Albert Vesonga, together with the Deputy European Union Ambassador, as well as we have now I've signed new entrants for this segment of this show. I've left the holding midfielder, who is Ambassador Nicole.
Thank you. Happy to be here still.
Thank you for being.
I have qualified to remain for the other part.
Yes.
Thank you.
Asante sana. And also we have the head coach of AFC Leopards, the legendary Thomas Trucha. I hope I've said it correctly.
You said, no worries.
Asante sana. Karibu sana kwa show yangu ya sports.
Thank you for having me.
Yes.
Thank you for invitation. Tony, you look awesome because this shirt, I think it's size S, is fitting you very well.
Thank you very much. At least my pot is not yet out very well. I also have one of the strikers or hitmen, that is Christopher Koloti, who is here with us. Also plays for the national team. Well done. Asante sana for making time. Naona umevaa under Ingwe at 60.
Yes, Ingwe at 60.
Well done. How does it make you feel?
I'm feeling proud.
And you sit next to Ambassador.
Just like that.
I was the first one to meet here at the stadium because we arrived early. We were the two of us. We were here the first. So we got to
make friends.
Have you been to Czechia?
Yes.
Hey, coach, when did you take this?
No, I don't know. He must tell us.
What happened? When did you go to Czech Republic?
I went there I think it was on March.
March?
Yes.
And how was it?
It was great. I just enjoyed.
Tell us your experience. There's someone, and we are speaking to the under-18s who are in the Europe Day Kenya football tournament, who are looking up to you. They want to travel like you. They want to play football like you. They want to be successful like you.
I can say it is just a matter of time.
Yes.
And patience.
Yes.
And even you must have discipline.
Sure.
If you have discipline, I think you can do great things, better things. People will respect you as you respect them.
Indeed.
Yes.
Coach, well done on... I'm an AFC Leopards fan. And when Gor Mahia beat us in that big derby, Ambassador, we have a very big derby here in Kenya.
I know. My husband and my son, they were there last week. Thanks to Tomasz.
And then
I was in Mombasa, so I couldn't attend. So I had my ambassadors, my husband and my son, having attended.
Well done, Coach, for really now doing that tourism for us, that very promotional of Kenya. But why did you lose the derby? Why did you lose the derby? By one goal.
Yeah, look. Me as the coach, I work in the long term. I don't want to speak too much about one game, but I will come back to your question. But
yes.
we have some project.
Yes.
That's why I signed the contract for 2 years.
Yes.
I can really confirm the words of our CEO that I was happy come back to the Ingve family.
Yes.
Because since I grew up, I always liked the club with the blue and white. Even me, I grew up in Club Sigma Olomouc, which is blue and white, so it's just to be home. And we have the project to bring this club back to the glory. And especially now when this Ingve at 60, the celebration of the birthday, we really work hard to bring the club to some titles. First, now we have very big chance in the Mozartbet Cup, so we are working on it. Tomorrow we play a very important game, and we are really preparing team for next season with all seriousness and to bring the not only experienced player but also talented players for the future. And back to your derby, look, depends from which point of view you want to see it. Yes, we lost and it's very, very disappointing, and I already said to the fans, sorry, and I really apologize, because with the chance which we had to play 55 minutes, one player more, we should win. But in the same time, I said the guys that they did really good job in terms of to put pressure to the Gor Mahia team. They really scared until the last moment to not lose the game. And I don't think there is many clubs in this country or teams which were able to put too much of pressure. So I see some light. It's not what the fans were expecting, but I see the light, and I believe that next derby we will be much stronger.
Indeed. Well, Ambassador Nicole, some of the greatest teams that we have, successful teams, just like AFC Leopards here in Czechia, like Slavia Praha, Sparta Praha, Bohemians, I hope I'm getting them correct. You said your family, some part of your family were at the derby where AFC was playing Gor Mahia. Any feedback they shared with you about the atmosphere at Nyayo Stadium? What did they say? What did they think about the whole game? And how does it compare maybe also to how the big games in Czech Republic happen?
Of course, both of them, they did enjoy the atmosphere. At the same time, they said it was quite wild. And because of our connections, Czech connections, of course, they would have loved AFC Leopards to win, to score. So it was their first match here in Kenya to attend. I'm sure they will be back. Going back to your question about our Czech teams, very good. You also did your lesson.
I follow them.
Homework.
Yes.
But in Prague, we actually live very close to one of the stadiums, to Bohemians, and it's actually, I would say, an underdog nowadays, but it's a club with really very loyal fan base. So every time there is a match, you would see families, whole families with kids going there. It's quite a humble stadium, small one in comparison with Sparta or Slavia, but they are very committed and very dedicated. So we always hear the sounds of fans when a goal is scored. So I think any sport brings joy and team spirit. And going also to, I know that you call, you prefer being called Kolotti, but for me, maybe Christopher. But again, I have to say that I was humbled that he was here the first, and I immediately thought that he must be a really very dedicated, very committed player with sincere attitude and attitude towards training. So I did notice that, and I believe, as I've said before, in discipline and hard work. So well done.
Wow. Koloti. Nasikia aje, you've just been. That's very special to hear that for the first ambassador.
Yes.
About, of course, keeping your time, and that's very important, of course, even to the girls and boys who are playing in the Europe Day Kenya football tournament. As we share about, your response to that. Shares your journey, because this tournament, Europe Day Kenya football tournament, is for boys and girls who are still trying to find out where they belong. Can I play football? Can I not? I'm trying this. Your journey yourself, where did you start? How did you start? Who did you start with? So at least they can know, yes, one day I can be like Koloti or even better.
Okay, I can say that my journey of football, I've just started when I was young. In our family, we don't have people playing football, but only me. I just started primary school at Msemo Primary.
Yes.
I played there from class 6 to class 7. In class 8, I had an injury, so I couldn't manage to play.
Yes.
When I finished my class 8, I was grateful to call to the Kakamega High School, the Green Commandos.
Yes.
When I arrived there, I met with one coach. That was Hesbon Abinge.
Yes.
He tried to shape me, but all of a sudden, he went off. The other coach came. That was Omkuya Elud. We worked with Elud Omkuya from Form 1 to Form 4. Form 1, Form 2, there was no school games due to COVID.
Yes.
So in Form 3 and Form 4, we managed to play. But in Form 3, we were defeated on semis. I think it was in semis in Mumias. Then last year, we defeated by Msingu at Bufungu Stadium. That was semis, counties, promotion to regionals. So it hurted, but I just know that one day, one time, this thing will come. So I decided to work more harder, because when I was in school, I used to follow the rules of Kakamega School. That is a national school. You must go to class, you must play. So I decided to make my own timetable. I went to the class, I finished the class, but when it comes to the ground, it means another work.
Program, yes.
Yeah. So I put more effort and I pray. One day, one time, if one of our family does not playing football, me, I'll play and I'll succeed. Now, here I am.
Here you are.
Yes.
Well done, Koloti. You've actually painted a picture of the struggles that most of our footballers, even in the country, go through. And thank you really for sharing that, because it will assist someone, who's playing in the Europe Day Kenya football tournament. Coach, the boys and girls who are featuring in this tournament, one day they are hoping to be chosen like Koloti. One day these boys and girls are hoping to play in Czechia. One day they are looking. What is your message to them? Because they're playing football, but they're not sure. Like you see the way he's telling you, he was in school, he wasn't sure, he loses. But now we have these 18-year-olds and boys and girls who are looking up to AFC Leopards now that number 2 will be rewarded by this great club of Kenya.
Yeah, thank you for the question. Everything is possible for those who believe. And so this is the most important. If you believe, then you have some direction and you go. Me as the worldwide traveling, I would say, sorry to Czech Republic ambassador, but I feel like European and world citizen. But we are here to celebrate the Europe Day through the football for this amazing event.
Yeah.
And look, I can say that I know a bit about Kenyan football, not 100% yet, but see how the football development in this country is working. So let me tell you, like, difference between European football or Czech Republic football and the Kenya football is that we have development under control of Czech government, Czech Football Federation, and the clubs. So we even we are 10 millions, but in football and it's also in other sports, to be honest, we know that we can't lose any talent. There is a lot of system from under 6 to under 18 that every talent which you have in the preschool, you have in the school, you have in the grammar school, in university, you will not lose him. So I am very happy for this activity from European Union, supported by the Czech Republic ambassador and Czech Republic generally, plus other 26 countries, because it's giving more players, girls and boys, to achieve the dream, to come to the professional football, maybe from professional football to Europe. So really appreciate. And as our CEO said, when the Czech ambassador came to me and the deputy ambassador of European Union came to me with this activity, I said this is excellent thing which I want to support. I did share with my bosses in the club, and I was happy that they also support it, because it's a really good event to identify another talents and bring them not only to FC Leopard, but really to give them the option. You know, look, it can change their lives. You know, you have a lot of these stories. Yes. Somebody came from nowhere and somebody saw him on this tournament. Yes. And from this tournament, maybe now they play in Real Madrid and you went to. So it's really possible. Yes. And I really support this, and I want to, firstly, like you said, I want to invite all fans in Kenya to come to support it, because it's about Kenya. It's not about AFC Leopards only or other clubs, but it's really about to support the talent in this country. And coaches, agents, scouts, please come, because there is a lot of talent in this tournament. And with my help, with the help of my colleagues here, we can really give them the chance to see how the football works and maybe to sign the contract in Europe. You never know.
Yeah, true. That's it. 27 member states, of course, behind this, behind the Europe Day Kenya Football Tournament, the Czechia inclusive of that. That's why we have Ambassador Nicole here. And Ambassador, I know, I was looking at some of your history, some of the big athletes. I've just forgotten their name. I think they're very good in long distance. And they won, I think, multiple, I think during the Olympics in athletics. Does Czech Republic have a way of rewarding, remembering, motivating some of the athletes that have been there from time immemorial till today? I'm sure you have policies or guidelines or protocols of how you reward those who are current, those who are past, and of course those who are coming up.
That's an interesting question. Yeah, we should, I think every nation, every country should cherish and pay tribute to those who excel in one way or another. I think you are referring to Mr. Zatopek, maybe.
Is a Czech locomotive.
Yes, yes. He was really unique, and with the very same spirit as Christopher Colotti has just mentioned, because he grew up in very humble, far from ideal conditions. Yes. He lacked proper footwear for running, but he also was self-educating in how to run. So his style was not perfect. That's why he was called engine or locomotive, because he was just that resilient. And he actually has a famous saying, if you cannot just speed up, because making an impression that regardless how down you feel, there's always reservoir inside you, some strength inside you. So he is actually very popular, his spirit, and so sometimes we name stadiums after some players. Sometimes we name tournaments in the name of one or another specific player, but as anywhere, athletes and football players, ice hockey players are very popular in Czechia. So, and especially if they win.
Indeed, that's true. I'm just looking at one of the ice hockey famous players, Jaromir
Jagr is also another. He is 52 years old and still playing. So last season will be his last, but he's also a unique, exceptional player. But again, hard work and dedication.
And also Peter Cech, who was a goalkeeper, is also playing ice hockey.
Yes, so it's an interesting change, but he's doing what he loves. So.
Indeed. And of course, Koloti, or Christopher, now that I'm called you Christopher. Christopher, what would you like to be in future? I know these are your first steps into, or maybe the future is already here, if you can, it's already here, but I'm sure you look up to someone. You look up to some role model who inspires you. I know Coach Thomas Trucker inspires you, yeah, but I know you have another inspiration. I know you're a Manchester United fan. Correct me if I'm wrong.
No.
Manchester has just been denied live on there.
Let's clarify.
Manchester.
Oh,
Manchester City.
You're a Manchester City fan?
Yes.
All right. Who do you like? Who motivates you? Who do you wake up, or when you're still young, playing Green Commandos, when you're still at your village at home, who used to inspire you that one day you want to be like them, and why?
Europe or here in Kenya?
Both here in Kenya, in Europe, in South Africa, in Botswana, in Malaysia, in Czech.
Okay. Okay, I can say here in Kenya is Alan Wanga.
Alan Wanga, yes.
Alan Wanga, but in Europe, Robert Lewandowski.
Robert Lewandowski.
Because when I see Robert Lewandowski, I see myself, because I'm strong. Especially, I'm strong on heading.
Uh-huh.
And Robert Lewandowski, that
good.
is the strongest point of Robert Lewandowski. But here in Kenya, Alan Wanga used to score goals.
Yeah, true.
I watch him in FC Leopards and in Kakamega Homeboys. Yeah. His last game in Kakamega Homeboys, I went and watched him. I just told one of my friends, I think you know him, Jared Anyera.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
I told him, please let me go and watch this man, because I haven't seen him play, but I want to see him. I went there, I watched him. My inspiration was to greet him, but I haven't managed to get him. But one day, when I was playing for Green Commandos, yes, after the game, a person called me and told me Alan Wanga is around. So I was to meet him, but all of a sudden, he disappeared. But I know one day, one time, we shall meet.
Alan Wanga, you are my very good friend. I have been your friend, I've watched you. Christopher wants to just have a cup of coffee. I will pay that bill. Just tell me the location. Of course, well done on that. Of course, we wish you actually all the best in that, and we know that you'll be a star, and already you are a star right now. Coach, just as we wind up, how important is this tournament, especially to the Kenyan football? You've heard about Chapadimba. That's, of course, you're speaking just before you went on air. You've heard about Talanta Hela. Chapadimba, of course, is the under 20 and under 8 tournament, of course, that went around 8 regions. Talanta Hela is that initiative of the Ministry of Sports that, of course, goes around nurturing talent across all the counties. How important is now the Europe Day Kenya football tournament now in terms of feeding players into, for example, AFC, Gor Mahia, Ulinzi Stars, and other team?
Yeah, before I will answer, I have the number of Alan Wanga, so we can make the call together.
Good.
And invite him once he will be around.
Good.
So I promise. Just remind me.
Thank you.
Okay. So as I said, I see this tournament very important for Kenya football,
Yes.
Because, as I said, there is really huge potential. There is a lot of talent. And so far, unfortunately, not identified in all regions.
Okay.
And there is this school tournaments.
Yes.
There is this Chapandimba, there is Talanta Hela. It's nice to see this school tournament fully packed stadiums. It's unbelievable. But even from these tournaments, I expect that these talents are coming to the professional clubs, and the best of them, they are coming to Europe to sign the contract in academies or trials. There are some examples, I mean, even from the under-20 national team, that some players already left to Spain. But that's why this tournament is very, very big opportunity. I will really support European Union and even Czech Republic to develop this tournament for more counties, maybe do it a bit bigger, and bring these people to not only Ulinzi Stadium, but maybe to when the new stadium in Talanta will be built or the Kasarani Stadium reconstructed. So yes, it's a very big event, and I am very grateful and thankful for European Union and Czech Republic to support this tournament, and I believe that we really give chance to best of this tournament to come to us, to spend time with us. Maybe we can do some training, we can do some training game, we can invite them for our game. And I promise, if there is some good talent, I will really contact the people which are responsible for it and give them the chance, as I promised to my players. If they work hard and I see talent, I will be always the first one to give them the chance to change their life in Europe.
Thank you very much. Head coach AFC Leopards, Thomas Tuchel. Czech ambassador to Kenya, Her Excellency Ambassador Nicole Adamkova. It's an honor, really. And of course, AFC Leopards striker, national team, Hitman, Christopher Koloti. Really, thank you for making time. And just before we go for this break, I would like also to request His Excellency Deputy European Union Ambassador to Kenya, Ambassador Andre Shimek, to join us on set, because Ambassador wants to show off her dribbling skills. I want to also to see and test Trucha's dribbling skills. You're also putting Ambassador Nicole on the spot as well. Please join us.
Really?
Yeah, of course, we want to see how you can dribble, because they have to be sure that they're going to a place where they can dribble football. So you have to see you
dribble, but my shoes are far from.
We have also invite
Christopher as well. Yeah, let's see how you will. Let me just move this one here. Ambassador, that's yours, and then Ambassador, that's yours, and then you'll exchange. So I don't know, ladies first.
No. I will. Yeah, exactly.
I see what you did there. Of course, yeah. Let's see how this is go on. Yeah, that is Koloti himself showing off his skills with the latest shoes from Czech Republic. Thank you very much, Ambassador, for offering this beautiful show. He's not showing off.
Actually, you must be kidding.
Yes. One, that is enough.
Dribbling in it's also like this.
Yeah, hey, even the CEO is around over here.
Yo, come.
Yeah, there you are. Doing. All right, let the footballers. Remember, if you're just joining us, this is Sports Extravaganza.
I will pass to Andre.
Excellencies. And of course, we are speaking about, there is Ambassador Andre.
Oh,
wow.
They're doing their thing in studio. But really, thank you very much.
Thank you,
really
Tony. Thank you for having us.
So much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Coach. Thank you, CEO. Thank you, Christopher. That's, of course, we're taking a very short break. I'll be back. Let me see them off, because I need to just get my passport with a Czech Republic visa.
Asante sana.